Welcome to a special edition of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. We're here at Bryce Cleveland's 2016 Micropigmentation Conference here at the Talking Stick Resort with my new best friend, Danny Yerenburg. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you, brother? Good.
I'm doing just
Wonderful.
good, man. Scalp Aesthetics, and I gotta tell you, brother, I mean, you got the look, man.
I appreciate it.
You got the look, and correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
what I'm seeing on your head is just a reflection.
Correct.
It's not real.
No, it's a replication.
It's a replication of your hairline.
Correct. And this is more of a hard edge up.
But here's what I wanted to say,
Okay.
Danny, is that I am sitting, I mean, if I were a little bit closer, your girlfriend or your wife would probably be jealous, but I'm very close to you, and I can see that that is real to me. From my eyes right here, it's incredible. And if we can get, Taylor, if we can get a little bit close up of Danny, that is real. It's just incredibly, incredibly real.
It's, you know, it amazes me every day. It's amazing.
Tell us a little bit about how you got into this industry.
Okay, so, you know, I lost my hair at 18. And I tried everything. Sprays.
And when you lost your hair, did you lose a little bit of confidence with that
Oh
as
my
well?
God, a lot. You know, it hit me really hard. I was so insecure, you know, just getting out of high school. I mean, it was horrible. I wouldn't want to talk to, you know, to ladies, to anyone, really. I mean, it hit me really, really hard. It really did, because I was so young. Yeah, it was bad. Wow. You know, looking for a solution, I never got any results. I got promises, but I never got any results.
And you did a lot of research.
Oh. Day in, day out, night, you know, it was 24/7, you know.
And nothing out there.
Nothing. It was nothing. You know, transplants, thank God I never did that. It always scared me, you know, surgical procedure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, finally, you are coming from where? I got it back east somewhere?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, all right.
So, well, originally I'm from Russia.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What part of Russia?
Lithuania.
All right.
So it's not Russia anymore, but...
It's not Russia, but
correct.
It is, sure.
Correct. So I came here in '89, Brooklyn. Stayed there for about 10 years, a little over 10 years.
Right.
And ended up in D.C., where I reside now. Kids, wife.
Everybody there. And
Everybody there.
All right, so you're 18 years old, you can't find an answer, and did you stumble upon this procedure? What happened?
I tanned. I tried to tan as much as possible. Yeah. I developed sunspots on my skin. So that's when I started searching, and I found micropigmentation. You know, it was amazing. Just looking at the pictures, I mean, it was surreal. Wow. So, you know, just researching. Back then, I couldn't really find any companies like that. Once I did, you know, I flew out to Rochester, got everything done. And I mean, the funny thing about it is, you know, a week later, you forget that you're bold, that you were ever bold. You ever had a hair loss problem?
Your tattoos, when did you get them? When you were younger?
These are young, yeah. 20s.
Did you try to compensate for the lack of hair up here to put tattoos to reflect the attention
Absolutely.
away from your scalp? Is that what happened?
Absolutely. Well, I wore a lot of hats.
You know, it's an interesting, the stories that I'm hearing at this conference are incredible, because people are talking about wearing hats, getting suntanned,
right,
wearing tattoos to kind of deflect the attention from up here.
Yeah.
But then they find this procedure and the confidence is like night and day, man.
I mean, right after.
Like this.
The smiles, the joy in people's eyes, you know, it's just amazing. Yeah. You know, as soon as I got the procedure on, I knew this is what I want to do. I mean, it's tremendous. It's
so much so that it sounds very cliche, but I'm not just a but I want to be part of the company.
Right.
And you bought a franchise? What happened?
I bought a franchise.
Okay. And now it's in Washington, D.C.
Correct.
All right.
You know, I became one of the top artists as of now. I mean, just the passion. I love what I do. Just seeing the glow in people's eyes, you know, when you finish the procedure, just amazing. So I can't stop. I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to making people happy. I mean, it's amazing. It's an addiction.
But you know what, Danny, is that it is immediate satisfaction, right? It is immediate pleasure.
Immediate, right.
For you as an artist.
Absolutely.
That are changing somebody else's life.
Absolutely.
And for the person that is receiving this gift.
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing. I mean, you're
Yeah.
giving somebody your years of experience. You're giving them your artistry,
Yeah.
and your own experience, in your own body, your soul, your demeanor, everything. You tell them the story. This is what happened to me, and this is what's going to happen to you in about 5
Exactly.
hours.
Yeah. I mean, what can be greater than that, you know?
That's probably the greatest gift that you could probably give anybody, right? To tell somebody that their life is going to change in about 5 hours,
It's amazing.
or whatever it is.
I mean, I love what I do. You know? I don't go to work ever, even though I'm at work every day. But I don't feel like I work.
And you remind me of a great saying. Somebody that said actually the same thing is an East Coaster, Mr. Tony Bennett. He said that he's never worked a day in his life because he loves what he does.
Exactly.
So you kind of remind me of
Yeah.
that saying.
That's amazing.
And you look great, man. I mean,
Thank
you
you.
got the style and everything else. I
Thank
mean,
you.
when you walk into the room, you have what we call gravitas. I mean, the room lights up, and people will stop and notice you. So
appreciate
that
it. Thank
confidence that you have in yourself, it just explodes
Absolutely.
out.
I want to share it with the world. You know, you meet a lot of good people. A lot of people that are just struggling with, you know, everyday hair loss, and it's horrible.
This conference is great.
It's amazing. It's epic. I mean, this is just the beginning. So,
When you say the beginning, where do you see this industry going, Danny?
you know, this procedure is the only thing that gives you the results that it promises. So I think there's just, in the next 5 years, this is just it's just going to blow up.
It's just beginning, right? I mean, this
Absolutely.
is really
Yeah.
at the floor level. If somebody wants to get
Absolutely.
into this industry,
Yeah.
it's right here. I mean, it's really
Exactly.
at
It's just the tip of the iceberg. So.
Do you see yourself probably expanding with other maybe franchises throughout the nation, throughout the DC area? How do you see yourself growing?
So I'm definitely going to spread out to another state. I'm going to train. So I became a master trainer. You know, I'm willing to train somebody that has that passion, you know, which is so important in this procedure as well. But yeah, I definitely would love to expand.
Is that the hardest thing, Danny, to find the right individual, boy or girl, to come into this business with you, to share the passion and experience that you have, and so that they can buy into your
Absolutely.
world?
Absolutely.
Is that the hardest part?
Absolutely. Yeah. I do this all by myself just because I can't find anybody yet, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, to be sure, there's a lot of people in the industry, tattoo artists say,
Yeah.
or maybe I've seen a lot of people that do the eyebrow,
Correct.
you know, the permanent makeup and whatnot. But it doesn't rise to the level of artistry
No.
or passion that you
Yes,
have.
it is completely different. Even though some of the tools are similar
Yep.
from the tattoo industry, you know, this is completely different. Completely different. You know, the process, the approach, it's a very sensitive procedure. So much can go wrong, and you can't take nothing back. So there's no room for mistakes. It's just, there's no hit or miss. You got to be 100%, you know. You know, if it's executed properly, it's amazing. It's a beautiful procedure. It's undetectable.
Right. I mean, and you did it in such a way, so somebody very professional obviously did that, because I mean, you can tell that it was done with just the greatest care in the world.
Absolutely.
And you said something that is staying with me right now, is that there is no room for mistakes.
No.
You don't get a second chance.
No.
We get a bad interview, a bad video, next,
That's
we're
it.
just going to redo it.
Absolutely.
Or do we? But this is just a one-time thing. You can't. You have to be here
Yeah.
all the time
Yeah.
to do the work that you do.
It's full concentration. You know, you got to be trained properly. Of course, the tools have to be, you know, the right tools.
Right.
You can't just buy tattoo tools and expect for you to execute the procedure perfectly. It has to be proper tools just for micropigmentation. You know, in that sense, this is just an amazing thing.
What's the most gratifying? And I'm sure you have a lot of stories.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's got to be one that kind of stands out a little bit that you remember, that you tell people.
As far as, you know, I had a client come in that he's had about 7 procedures done, transplants, and they all failed. So he has about 6 scars in the back of his head, and you know, he was very nervous, very scared to get this procedure done Took them about 6 months to actually decide to do the procedure. And after the second session, procedure takes about 3 to execute properly. And just after the second, I mean, the glow in this guy's eyes, he was speechless. You know, when you see a grown man cry,
Literally.
yeah, literally, tears. What's more gratifying than that, you know? So it's amazing. It's my addiction.
It's a great addiction to have.
Absolutely.
Danny Yerenburg. My new
pleasure.
best friend, man. I mean,
Amazing.
it's just, you like I said again, I mean, you exude that confidence.
Thank you.
That if I were losing my hair, I would go to you
Thank you.
to get it done. Because I know it's going to get done right.
Yeah.
I'll go to Bryce too, but don't tell me.
I promise I'm not going to tell him. He's an amazing guy.
We're just having a ton of fun over here, man.
Yeah.
So this is a
It's
great
awesome.
conference.
Yeah.
With that.
To many more.
Yeah, with that, take us out, man. I mean, you just say we're out. Just take us out.
We're out. It's amazing.